Good evening, this is Fox 13 News and I am Jasmine Vann. Tonight, Memphis police are looking for a Cordova serial rapist. Memphis police believe the man seen in these surveillance photos is responsible for at least 6 sexual assaults between 2003 and 2010. These are pictures of a suspect using a victim's credit card at a gas station in Cordova in 2010. Investigators say new DNA evidence linked him to the assaults that have been reported in the Cordova area. If you have any information about the man pictured here, call Crime Stoppers at 528-CASH. And a man is in critical condition tonight at the Med after he was shot in the chest. Officers say the 26-year-old man was shot while standing in the parking lot at La Granja Bar on Summer Avenue overnight. There is no suspect information. If anyone has any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 528-CASH. A Mississippi girl who was shot in the face this week has died. 4-year-old girl died at LeBronner Children's Hospital last night. She was shot in the left cheek with a .22 caliber handgun. The child's mother and her boyfriend were arrested Friday in connection with the shooting. They are charged with tampering of evidence and felony contributing to the delinquency of a child. And 2 Mid-South organizations held a silent protest for peace earlier today. Ministry GANG Inc. and Creative Life Ministry are working together to end violence in the Mid-South. Today, dozens marched silently following a horse-drawn hearse down Dr. Martin Luther King Avenue to the Civil Rights Museum. Marchers wore Band-Aids over their mouths as a way to remember voices that have been silenced by death. A mock funeral was held at the Civil Rights Museum for the community to bury violence, gangs, and drugs. This is the 3rd annual event. It was supported by city officials, community and business leaders, pastors, and those who have lost family members. Well, we love good news here at Fox 13. The Tri-State Defender hosted its annual Women of Excellence ceremony today. The event was held at the Memphis Botanic Gardens. Each year, the event celebrates and honors 50 African-American women who motivate and inspire others through their vision, leadership, and community service. Mayor Wharton's wife, Ruby Wharton, was one of the women honored at today's event. A unique graduation ceremony inaugurates hundreds of new Memphis and Shelby County leaders. 300 Memphis and Shelby County High School seniors graduated today from a 2-year Bridge Builders program. The seniors and their families gathered at the Bridge Builders Center downtown for the ceremony, where graduates are blindfolded. The program brings public, private, and parochial high school students together with diverse backgrounds to bond and build leadership skills. And Stacks to the Max is back. The museum took music to the streets today in its annual Stacks to the Max Soulsville Street Festival. You still have time to get out and enjoy some good music, food, and children's activities. The lineup for music includes Lemoyne College Choir, American Hand Dance Association, and the Bow Keys with William Bell. The event will be going on until 7 p.m. And it's history in the making here in the Mid-South, and the city of Memphis will pack the stands of the Grindhouse Sunday night to witness it as the Grizzlies take on the Los Angeles Clippers in Game 1 of the playoff series. Fox 13's Marcus Hunter has more.
Big Grizzlies playoff news. Zach Randolph will be back in the starting lineup against the Clippers for Game 1.
I've been a starter in this league, so yeah, I mean, I feel good to get out there with the first group, you know, from the start, feel the energy, get the vibe going, and, you know, just playing from the start.
Grizzlies head coach Alano Hollins doesn't think that it's that big of a deal.
There's nothing to talk about, Marcus. It's just, you know, that's what I want to do. Is you guys have made so much out of is Zach starting, is Zach not starting, is he ready? He's starting. That's the bottom line. I made the decision to start him, and that's what we're going to do.
Now, that may be a bit of a playoff poker face from the coach there, but one guy that is a very big deal is all-star guard Chris Paul for the Clippers. The Grizzlies understand success in this series could depend on how well Paul is contained.
He's one of the best point guards in the league. He's averaging, 19, 20 points a game, and he, up there in the top 5 in assists. He can get to the basket. He can shoot all the way to 3. He gets all the other guys off, and he's a very smart defensive player. And, we got to deal with him.
When it's time for him to be Chris Paul, he definitely, turns up the volume. But at the same time, we just have to try to be able to contain him and, try to make things tough for him in that pick and roll. And, we know that's his bread and butter, and we have to be alert.
It is playoff time. That means playoff intensity. Intensity that the Grizzlies have shown all year long.
Naturally, the game is going to be more intense because everybody's trying to win. And there's no, we'll play tomorrow, or, we have 3 and 3, and, we'll take this one and turn it down a notch. Everybody's playing on the same level, so the game gets to be a lot more fierce in its intensity simply because of that.
We just have to be ready, man, and that's what it's going to boil down to. I know we got home court, I know we got the fans behind us, but at the same time, we have to be ready for those guys because we know they're going to come out and give it their all.
Well, the playoffs have started, and first up was Derrick Rose and the Bulls taking on the 76ers. Rose still getting his groove back after a season full of injuries. He fakes the 3, shoots it to Bouger, who gives it right back, and he hits the lay-in. Rose had 11 at the half. In the second, C.J. Watson fights through the 76ers D to find Noah for the slam. Bulls up 11 at the half. Fast forward to the fourth, Rose goes for a long 3 and sinks it. He shoots the bucket and keeping the Bulls alive, but bad news for the Bulls in the fourth as Rose drives and comes down holding his knee. He had to be helped off of the court, and an MRI later confirmed a torn ACL injury that'll keep him out for the rest of the season and possibly sometime next season. Despite the injury, Chicago still came out with a 103-91 win. And moving on to South Beach, it was on fire today as the Heat took on the Knicks in Game 1, and it was not pretty. LeBron the King James lives up to his name. He drills a tough jumper and gets the foul. Moments later, the King gets another jumper. Finally, LeBron drives, gets the basket, and draws the foul. James finished with 32 points, all of which he scored before the fourth, and they cruise to a Game 1 victory. 100-67 is that final. All right, now the St. Louis Cardinals were in action today, taking on the Brewers. Scoreless in the third inning, John Jay singles to score. Kyle Lose from third. Cardinals are up 1-0. Bottom of the fourth, David Freese connects off Marco Estrada. Freese's 5th homer puts St. Louis up 3-1. On to the 6th inning. On one out for Javier Molina, who goes deep off Estrada. Molina's blast puts the Cardinals up 5-3. Cardinals will win that one 7-3. And that's it for sports. I'm Jasmine Vann.